a PE ratio of 8, a dividend yield of 7%, and then the latest top news. If you want to know which potentially high dividend bargain we are talking about, stay tuned. First of all, this is not investment advice, but rather a presentation of interesting stocks and economic news that we personally believe have a certain potential. But let's not beat about the bush any longer. This share is not only attractive for investors with a PE ratio of 8 and a dividend yield of 7% based purely on the key figures, but it is also recently shown with top news in the form of quarterly figures. But is this really an opportunity for investors to get a high dividend bargain? If you are currently looking for cheap shares with high dividend yields, you cannot ignore the cheaply valued financial sector. After all, PE ratios of well below 10 and attractive dividends coupled with share buybacks are on offer here. In particular, the shares of HSBC, which presented its quarterly figures on July 31st, are an interesting candidate here. Not only were analyst estimates significantly exceeded, but the bank also raised its outlook for the current financial year. The company also announced a share buyback program of up to $3 billion. This top news took the stock market by surprise, and the share price immediately rose by 3%, which also marked a new high for the year and opened up room for further increases on the chart. Despite an increase of more than 14% since the beginning of the year and a new record, the shares are by no means overvalued. Investors can currently look forward to a dividend yield of 7%, while the company is priced at 8 times earnings. HSBC shares are therefore currently particularly interesting for value investors, especially when you consider that banks have been able to significantly increase their earnings since the interest rate turnaround. According to analysts, it may well be worthwhile to buy this share. After all, they see an average share price potential of just over 10% and a substantial dividend yield. We hope you enjoyed this brief outlook. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel and you'll always have a big plus in your portfolio.